Oops.
Does need the link?
No, I sent it to the wrong place.
Oh, hey, folks. We are live. Thanks for tuning into the BAMF podcast. If you are on Facebook, sucks to be you, because apparently you can't see us right now. But if you're on YouTube, hey, we are very happy to have you. And today we are doing character generation for the Forgotten Realm Forgotten Ruin RPG.
Totally different game.
Totally different thing.
So we are not violating anyone's IP in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, this is a cool OSR game in which you play. Well, Walt, you're intimately involved in this game. Why don't you tell our listeners all about it?
Yes, based on the wildly popular novels by Jason Onspach and Nick Cole, wherein a unit of Army Rangers is catapulted through time in hopes of restarting the civilization after a disaster, only to find they have overshot the target, and they are in a realm that mostly resembles, everybody's favorite fantasy game from back in the day.
Tunnels and Trolls.
I was about to make an inappropriate joke, but no, we're going to leave that out. But
Bunnies and Burrows.
Yeah, exactly.
Rifts.
Rifts. But yeah, so the idea is, you're still playing that fantasy game, but instead of fighters and paladins and blah blah blah, you are instead playing, soldiers. Of your favorite, military of choice, and they get to see what they would do against a Hydra or any other fantasy monster out there. A lot of times it involves something called a Carl Gustav, which is an 84 millimeter rocket, and has spawned numerous numbers of things like Carl Don't Care, Whip 'em with Carl until Carl gets tired. So yeah.
Okay, my curiosity on this is, if we shoot an anti-tank rocket at a Hydra, is that going to kill the Hydra as one think it would, or are we going to have to throw multiple shots?
Well, we're kind of on the fringe of. So at 35,000, we're going to get what's called Thor's Gear Locker. So in the books, there's a guy named Sergeant Thor, and he's that guy. He really wanted to rock a beard in the Raging Regiment, and in order so that he didn't have to. There he is.
Hey, Sparky. Speaking of beards, how you doing, sir?
Not too bad, sir. How are you?
Oh my God. In order to do that kind of stuff, he changed himself. Whose microphone is that?
I believe that's Sparky's. Sparky's microphone is sparking.
I think it's a dog.
But yeah, so Sergeant Thor.
It's Sparky's finger hitting his mic. Oh, okay.
Somebody.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, riveting radio. Not me. Oh. And there's Aid.
Yay, hi Aid.
You.
It wasn't me. I might be the plug, not necessarily his mic, but his plug is malfunctioning because that sounds more like plug distortion.
This is me. I have a lot of issues with my headphones recently.
Okay, Sparky, when I muted you, that went away. So
yeah, it's Sparky, but it's not his mic, active mic. It's his plug. Unpluggingly plug.
Hey, there we go. You want to try a reboot and come back, man?
But yeah, so in the books, Sergeant Thor is the guy who claims paganism in order to kind of like get around some of the rules, and he's always going for the high score. So we're gonna have this huge, massive gear book. So if you need the type of munition fired out of a Carl G to finish off a Hydra for good, it'll be in there.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, that could cause a lot more problems than it solves.
Well, I imagine our munitions are also very finite, considering we're going to be military in a fantasy world
Well-
who cannot get supplies.
Well, that's not true because as part of the Wargate formula of books, there are 3 elements to a Wargate book, and that is modern military, fantastic element, and the perpetual taco machine. So the perpetual taco machine in the book is something they call the Forge, and it is a kind of like a quantum 3D printer. It is able to print anything. The only thing you are limited by is size, because the taco machine can only spit out stuff that is so big. So while you might be able to print a helicopter, some assembly will be required.
Mhm.
In the books I've read so far, they didn't get much bigger than a drone.
Which book are you on right now?
I just finished the one where they killed the dragon.
Oh yeah, they actually built something a lot bigger than a drone in that one.
Did they?
Yeah, they built a Moab, a thermobaric bomb.
Okay, yeah, that was in the very beginning. Keep in mind, Walt, I'm not sure how big a Moab is.
So you see the room that you're in?
Yeah, about that size.
Multiply it by 3 long,
Oh,
and
okay.
have it weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 5,000 pounds.
Okay, so the size of a city bus, basically.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
it's because of its round shape. You know,
Mhm.
they can print it.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, yeah. The only thing you're limited by is like when you're forward of the forge.
hmm
You know, if you don't have access to it, obviously your supplies are going to run out pretty quick. Especially if you're facing something like an orc horde, or like in some of the books, the goblins that they face, which are sadistic and nasty and very mean, they can be sort of bribed by giving them Dr. Pepper. So unless they have an endless supply of Dr. Pepper, they might have to fight more than turn over. But what we can do is, if we want, we can take so the character gen, which is really, really quick. We can do a quick character gen. Sparky is saying on the offside that it might have been a bad connection at the adapter. He's going to restart it.
That's what I thought was the plug was
Yeah.
the issue. That
Yeah,
happens.
I was like, oh my God, we're going to blow up. So this is like, if you've ever played any style of D&D, you can, any of their character generations work for this. So if you guys want to grab some 6-sided dice, which
Are you running 3d6 or 4d6?
that's what I was just going to ask. What method do you guys want to use? Because I'm multi-methodal.
Well,
Have
my
you-
go ahead.
Go ahead, Jacob.
My group always traditionally did the roll 4, take the highest 3.
Let's do that then. We did that the other night, and the character that we ended up with, he got some very interesting roles.
That good, huh?
Oh my God, yeah, he barely made it out of basic training, and he was morally questionable. So there's the if you decide to add it to your game, you can add backgrounds.
Mhm.
So he managed to get 2, and because he wasn't smart enough to get any of the professional trades, he went with like a tradesman craft. So he became a criminal and a strip club DJ.
That's redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, well, prior to coming in the military, that's what he did.
All right, I'm rolling 46.
Do it.
I got a 5. I got a 6. I got a 2. So I guess I'm going with the highest 3, which would give me 14.
Nice. Yep. Go
All
ahead
right.
and if you guys want, just go ahead,
13.
generate your own scores. We'll put them together real quick.
Well, I'd like to do it here for the. You can
Absolutely.
see the fillable PDF included in the Kickstarter. I suspect that I'm.
Oh yeah, we just
writing
dropped those the
numbers.
other day.
All right, 6 plus 4 plus 2. There's 12 for dexterity. I'm rolling unusually well. That's something's wrong.
Yeah, when we ran the playtest, we actually did this 46, pick the highest, and then we did you could arrange them however you want.
That makes sense.
So I have to ask a question about your setting.
Uh-huh.
when everyone crossed over, did the chaplains discover whether or not they could access their divine abilities?
Well, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, please, sir. After you.
So there's a constant in the novel in that there's a reason the world is the way it is. Has an effect on people to if it's something like real. If you operator, and he all of a sudden just figures out that he has a special connection to the spirits of the ruin that kind of follow along like what his grandma used to do in in southern Louisiana. she's like, sweet Jesus, keep my baby from the demons, and it worked. So he found out that his revelation through the ruin was he was a cleric. And that's built into the game in later levels as you go on. You can either choose the observer controller, the GM, whatever you want to say. He can either choose to add it as a story element and do it on his side of the paperwork, or his side of the character sheet rather. And have that kind of go in his way, or you can use it. Dear Lord, I do not cheat. I do, and I do not use the wrong dice. You need to look in the mirror for that. He's a friend of the show who's hiding behind his alternate ego. But you can either have the GM do it as a story element and have you change, or you can do it as advances taken later on in the game. Where you continue to go. Like the most popular one so far has been the Warbreed Ruined Path, and that turns you into either an orc, an ogre, minotaur, anything big like that. You start off getting stronger, then your gear doesn't fit, everything has to be specially made, and then pretty soon you're carrying something like an M134. That's that minigun that Jesse Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
In Predator, you're carrying one of those around and using it like a regular rifle. So
last novel, I believe that was Monroe the Minotaur.
Monroe the Minotaur, yes.
Which
awesome.
Nicole was nice enough to name check in our interview with him last week.
Yeah, he was cool as hell.
Yeah. All right, so I saw in this zip file bag I've got that there was something called Talker's character sheet.
Yeah, that's Talker's character sheet. It's just stained with coffee.
Yeah, I was all excited. I was like, this has got to have like the stats from the character. No, just a coffee ring. So,
that way you know he was there.
That's that character in the novel has a thing for coffee. So one of the books in the series is called Book of Joe. Get it? Okay, so let's build a character for the folks at home.
Right
on. Let's see, is this the one I was doing? That is not the one. Let's close that out.
Damn, Talker's sheet. It's everywhere.
I know.
That kid just can't clean up.
Can't keep away from it. Is this the fillable one? Yeah, this is. All right, so I've got, do I need to write in bonuses at this point, or do we do weapons and equipment? What's the next step in the
you can write in the bonuses if you want, but yeah, those are pretty good stats, actually.
I usually don't roll that well. I was shocked and I was amazed. So, what is the bonus on a 13?
So
plus
anything. If you're using the standard,
mm-hmm.
So what do you want to use? Do you want to use the standard or more granular bonuses?
Whichever is easier.
All right, let's do anything 15 and above gets +1.
Okay, so I have. I got a bunch of +1s there at the bottom. Okay.
3 to 6 is going to be -1, 7 to 14 is flat, and 15 to 18 is going to be +1 on the non-granular version. I have zeros across the board. I sent you mine in I sent you mine in a screenshot. Well, I used a bot to roll it. Better than my usual rolls, but I didn't roll well. I rolled the worst set in the group as usual.
I'm looking. Hold on.
I got, for the audience, 13, 14, 11, 13, 14, 13. And for those that know me, they know that for D&D stats, that's actually pretty darn good for me. So.
I picked up an 11, 12, 3 13s, and a 17.
Nice.
See, I was the worst set. No mods. Mine's
Okay,
easy, though.
Let's pretend I haven't played old school D&D in a very long time. How am I going to generate HP at this stage of the game?
So this is white box. So everything is 1d6.
Okay.
So roll a d6 and add your constitution because you have a high constitution. So that's +1.
All right, I have 2 for HP then.
Oh my god! Yep, don't get hit.
Yeah, I guess I'm a rear echelon guy then. All right.
Hope you have armor.
Yeah. Base hit bonus.
Plus, well, that's going to depend until you got to pick your class.
What? Okay. Do we pick class then, and should we do
Sure.
AC before we do that?
All right. So checking out the book.
What are the available classes?
I will tell you of the classes that are in there in the playtest right now. So in the playtest, we have the combat engineer, the combat medic, sniper, my personal favorite, just because he's dirty and slimy, the state liaison, the trooper, and then you have the special operators, but you don't get to those until 3rd level.
Do any of those classes have particular stat
Requirements?
No. So you don't get you don't end up with requirements until you start getting into the.
Or just
Yeah, you don't hit requirements until you start getting into the operator classes. Like for example, operator, which is kind of like your Ranger, SEAL, Marine Corps, Raider. You need to be level 3 in any other class, and you need to have a Constitution of 13 or higher. So if you're a specialist, which is like special operations medic, commo sergeant, like anything where these guys like bring along to support them, those guys have to have a charisma of 13 or higher, and then obviously be level 3 in any other class.
So, Walt,
Mm-hmm.
I went and rolled D6 for my hit points. I got a 6. I also rolled for that optional background on a D6. That was a 3. So my follow-up roll was a 4. So I was a paramedic before I enlisted.
Oh, nice.
So I figured that I should be a combat medic for the group.
That's dope. Yeah, combat medics actually are real game changers, especially for like guys like Mike that start with that 2 hit points. If you get whacked really hard, she's the one that can bring you back.
I got a feeling I'll be seeing your character a lot in game. All right, so can we see that background chart so we can? I'll make that roll.
Yeah. So what you do first is roll 1d6 to figure out if you are going to be a tradesman or professional. 1 to 3 is going to be tradesman. 4 to 6 is going to be professional, and then I can list off. It's on page 9 of the playtest book. So, what's your first d6?
2.
2. You are going to be a tradesman. Roll another d6.
5.
Prior to enlisting, you were a soldier.
Say what?
Prior to enlisting, you were a soldier. This was your former life. You were a soldier.
So yeah, you were a soldier with another military.
Okay.
I've got 6 and a 3.
6 and a 3. You were a professional, and you were a doctor. You were fancy.
Nice.
And also, if he rolls a 6, so on a roll of 4, he's the tradesman. Roll of 5, he's the professional. If he rolls a 6, it means he gets a second background.
Oh, that's true. Rolling a 6 means the player has 2 backgrounds, so you get to roll 1 more.
Okay.
I didn't catch that in the initial reading.
5.
5. You were a doctor and a pilot. You got a pilot's license.
Nice.
Dear Lord. Yeah, you're going to be the state liaison.
And you also have the best stats in the group, so this makes sense. You had the best stats, and there you go. Jacob, what about you?
Okay, let me roll here. All right, I got a 6 and a 1.
Okay, and you need to roll one more. You were a professional academic, and you get a second one because you.
And a 6.
And you were an academic politician.
Another state liaison.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is so going to be a CIA team. How about it, Aid?
I got a 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. So you were a professional and you were a pilot. You were a professional pilot.
That's what I thought.
So
Okay.
this tells me that I joined the military because it would look good for when I run for the Senate and eventual presidency.
Yes.
You know, and surprisingly, you wouldn't be. It's actually common that happens. One of the guys I served with in Iraq had served during Vietnam.
This tells me that I'm going to put my 17 in charisma.
There you go. Yeah, one of the guys I served in Vietnam and then re-enlisted to go on the War on Terror because he really wanted to have some recent military background for when he ran for office. So, Mike, you were a former Coast Guard.
I decided to enroll in a real branch.
Better coffee.
There's nothing wrong with the Coast Guard.
No, I have actually. I have my brother-in-law was in the Coast Guard, and then of course you have that dude that had like nuts of steel that jumped onto a submarine and tried to rip open the hatch. Did you see that?
Was that in Captain America?
No, in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a Coast Guard interdiction force was chasing a submarine that was transporting drugs from South America to America. The guy jumped on the hatch before it could submerge and was like ripping open the hatch to pull everybody out.
That's a brave dude.
That's hardcore. All right, so Mike, what are you thinking for classes?
What were the options again? Sorry.
So you have combat engineer, combat medic. You have the past it. Combat medic, sniper, state liaison, and then the trooper. So,
well, I've got a 2 HP, so I'm thinking trooper is a bad idea. We have a combat. Sniper? I could be the sniper. Hopefully, that means I'm far from the action. All right, I'll be a sniper then. That seems a wise choice, and I have a 16 wisdom, so that's what my character would do.
All right, so for sniper, you automatically get starting out. Let's see. You get a signature weapon. Combat engineer. Can we have a killdozer? Yes.
Hey, J.R. Hanley, good to see you, sir.
So at level 1, you get a +1 to hit and damage with whatever this weapon is. So,
okay,
you know, like sniper rifle, blah blah blah.
Okay, so +1 hit and damage, sniper rifle.
Yeah. So if you put that in your where it says class specialties, just put signature weapon. That way, we also have that there. You have ghosted as another class specialty.
Was he ever really there?
Yep. Yeah, so it makes you really hard to detect and makes it very easy for you to detect other stuff. So then you also have detect ambush.
Okay. Hang on. Detect ambush. All right.
All right, and those are your skill. Those are your class specialties.
All right, cool. Who wants to go next? I'll think up a name while you guys are doing this.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'll go with trooper.
Troopers,
because we need grunts.
Yes, you do. The thing about trooper is they're pretty much the hardiest of the bunch, and they they get all the best bonuses and stuff like that. So, before I forget, Mike, you have you get to add another +1 to your hit dice.
Oh, okay. So I go from 2 to 3.
Yep. And your BHB to start is +0.
Okay.
And your saving throw is 14.
All right, cool. Thank you, sir. I'll work up a name and whatnot.
All right. And for Trooper, you start off, Jacob, with Combat Machine.
Mhm.
So anything of 1 hit die or less, you get an extra attack per round. So if you're first level, you get an extra attack. 2 levels, you get 2 extra attacks. And that's on anything 1 hit dice or less. Your saving throw is a 14. Your BHB, your basic hit bonus, is +1. You have 2 hit dice. And that's where you're at for the moment.
Okay.
All right, Jason.
I'll go with the state liaison.
Oh, I love these guys because they're so greasy and slimy. All right, so charismatic is your first special ability for your class. Uses the study of character to persuade those he comes into contact with. So you basically analyze people, and then that affects your reaction roll to them. You also get smooth operator. You're like that silver tongue devil.
They have a song about that.
Your saving throw starts at a 14.
All right.
BHB is +0, and you get 1 for hit dice.
Very nice.
All right. Lala, medic.
Medic. So I am BHB of 0 and a saving throw of 15. And I was reading this and it made me giggle because my medical move, medics carry additional backpacks stuffed with all sorts of gear, the gear the platoon might need in the event of a mass casualty incident. So all I can think of is those tags right now with mass casualty incidents. So. But anyways, for non-medics, the kit usually has gear equal to 5 complete IFAK, see gear section. When used by a medic, the doc heals a number of extra hit points equal to his level. And I'm going to be able to cross-load, which means that I can give people resupply their IFAKs that they carry once per mission without depleting mine because I'm carrying all this extra. And I have the thing you were talking about of saving Mike's life, which is Oscar Mike, which will mean that I can take a round to keep people alive.
Yeah.
Once per day. Sorry.
And so that you know the acronym you're talking about.
No, I'm not familiar with IFAK.
Yeah, that's an improved first aid kit.
Ah, okay.
It has all it's literally this big, but it has everything you would need to patch the holes.
Cool.
How about it, Aid?
Okay, I will go for a tech.
All right, so you're going to want a tech guy. So you're going to probably want to start out as a combat engineer.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking of. Yep.
All right, so so you're going to have 1 for hit dice.
Yep.
Your BHB is 0.
Yep.
And your saving throw starts at 14.
Yep.
So combat engineers get all the boom. So you start off with demolitions.
Yep.
Which unlike everybody else who can basically stick something to something and put on and just press the button to get it to blow, you do extra damage when using munitions like that because you understand how structures collapse. So like decimating a bridge, blowing doors off their hinges, stuff like that. You also get fortification. So if you decide to build cover, anybody fighting that's on your side behind your cover gets a bonus of +2, and enemies fighting against your cover get a -2.
Okay.
And then you can jerry rig. So 3 times a day, you can attempt to quick fix a piece of machinery, which is really important. Why isn't there a quick class? Sparky, where are you, man? Because they have MREs now.
Hi, JR. It's been a while.
But yeah, so jerry rig 3 times a day, you can attempt to fix equipment, which is really important because in this game, in the ruin that you're in, technology breaks down.
Okay.
And it doesn't last for very long. You have tech intuition, which is your last thing, and that if you come across a piece of gear that you don't not everybody else understands, you kind of have a way to figure it out.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. Oh, there's Sparky.
Sparky.
Hello. Is that better?
Yeah.
Much better.
much
Welcome
better.
back.
Thank
So
you.
it was the plug. Yay.
Yeah, I think
Glad you
so.
fixed it.
Did you roll up some stats?
Yes, I did. I was sitting here waiting.
What do you got?
Let's see here. Where did I put my sheet? Oh, right here. I got a 16, a 14, an 8, another 8, and 2 7s.
Oof. So put them how you want them if you want to arrange them that way.
Okay.
And what kind of class are you picking?
I think I'm going to go back to, since I'm pretty good in decks right now, I think I'm going to go with a sniper.
Sniper? Oh,
Go with what I know.
There you go. Yeah, for those who haven't seen, Sparky actually played Bren Villanueva, the Air Force Special Operations designated marksman on our playtest.
Yeah.
All right, so you start. What's that?
Yeah, the sniper doesn't actually hit what he's shooting at, 9 times out of 10.
So you got 1+1 hit dice. Roll a d6, and you have a
4.
and then your saving throw starts at 14.
Okay.
And you didn't get to roll your background, did you?
Mm-mm.
All right. Did you want to go ahead and do that now? If you want to add a background,
Yeah, I can do that while everybody else continues rolling.
Yep. So go ahead and roll a d6.
And Walt, I realized we should probably tell people why backgrounds are important or useful.
Absolutely.
So why don't you do that?
Hold on 1 second while my man here makes his die roll.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, so you have 2 professions.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d6.
That's a 4.
So that's an engineer.
Oh, wow. Smart. And then I get to roll again, right?
Yep.
I probably need to roll again because I rolled a 4 again.
Pick one.
I'm trying to
So
find the PDF.
tradesman or professional. So athlete, construction, criminal, paramedic, soldier, transportation, or academic, businessman, doctor, pilot, politician.
Let's see here.
Keep in mind, you also, I think there's like 2 other pilots in
I'll pick an athlete since I do have a strong strength.
Good deal. Okay, so were you a curling champion?
Yes.
All right, and as Alice was saying, the reason this is important is if you come into play with something where your background comes into play. So if Sparky's character challenges the ogre to a curling competition, because of his prior curling experience, he gets a bonus to the rolls. So that kind of helps out. All right, so gear. I think that would be next. Let's see. Character sheet. I have one. So languages. Divide your intelligence by 3, and that's how many languages you speak.
That's a lot. Okay, I just figured 2, but
Okay, I get 2.
We're doing fantasy languages too, or no?
Is sort of. If you want to, yes.
Cleon, then.
And you don't have to pick them all at once. You can pick them up as you move along. So it's funny too because Mike picked a bunch of the languages that are useful throughout the ruin because of.
so
Yeah, if you're an academic and you've like taken the Tolkien classes and can speak, Sindarin, will we understand the elves?
yes, you will, because Tolkien's Elvish is spoken in this setting.
It is. It's funny as hell. The orcs all speak a combination of Chinese, Arabic, and Korean.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's like this very cobbled together pigeon language. What was the centaurs all speak like the centaurs and the satyrs, they all speak French. So all right.
我也可以讲国语。
All right, so we got languages. All right, so
Where to get the rank?
that's something you guys figure out for yourselves.
Yeah, I just Googled and it said that a sniper was usually a sergeant at least. So I just went the lowest level
corporal.
sergeant I could.
Yeah, I mean that's you could talk about it with your 4-star general. Well, you're the liaison, right?
Yeah, state liaison.
So you're actually a civilian, but you probably have a GS rating, so like government service rating.
Yeah.
J.R. Henley says, you speak Klingon, but can you speak Klinger? Love a MASH reference. These are important questions.
Oh, yeah. JR bringing the cheese. All right. So level, obviously, 1. So, Mike, you're a sniper, right?
Aye.
So you're going to need some gear. So first of all, you guys are probably all in. Now, for the state liaison, you guys are probably a coordinated applications group or a SAD team. So you're probably
doing the best we can.
So SAD is Special Applications Division. It's it's not called that anymore. I think it's called Strategic Applications now, but it's the military arm of the CIA. It's like an A team for the CIA. So you guys are at least going to have some plate carriers. So for armor, let's see, armor.
So according to what the little bit I understand, as I was not in the military, given that I was a paramedic in my background, I'm likely an E4, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get credit
E4
for
is
school.
a sergeant for those that don't know. So I am also a sergeant.
So let's see. We got all right. So everybody's got medium body armor.
E5. I meant to say E5.
Yeah, sergeant. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sergeant. E5. Yes.
Yep.
E5 is sergeant. That's
So everybody's got medium body armor, which means you start at an AC of 9. So that gives you an AC of 3. Excuse me. AC of it's 6, 14, 15.
We're going with the going up AC for
Yep.
everybody's ease.
Yep, to make it nice
AC
and easy.
16 is what we have. Got it.
Yep. So AC 15. And then so Mike, you're
16.
It's 15 because it's 9 plus 6. And
Right.
my math is terrible because
No problem.
I'm obviously not drinking enough coffee. So Mike, you're going to have a sniper rifle. That's going to give you 2d6 for damage, and then obviously you can look in the, because you have a copy, right? There is the muting.
Yes, I have a copy, a PDF, some here somewhere.
So yeah, sniper, you're 2d6, rate of fire 1. There's 5 shots in the mag, and yeah, so you got that. You also have a pistol.
Okay.
1d6 minus 1 for the damage. And then obviously if you want knives or anything like that, trauma shears, blah, blah, blah. So Alice,
Yes.
you're a medic.
Yes.
You're going to have a military carbine.
Okay. Military carbine. Got it.
Yeah, that's 1d6 for the damage. And then you will have a pistol as well.
Do I have to take light pistol or can I take heavy pistol?
That's up to you. Heavy pistol is going to be something 45 caliber or bigger, so it's going to add to the weight.
Yep. I can carry that.
Okay.
45s mean stopping power. 9 millis do nothing except plug people with holes.
I'll go with a heavy pistol.
Spoken like a true aficionado. Jason, you have the liaison.
Yep.
You probably have an MP3 player. I'm kidding. I'm
Nice.
kidding. So pistol, light or heavy.
Okay.
And then if you want a rifle, you can carry one.
Oh,
up to
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right. So you probably have military carbine. So probably 1d6 for the damage.
Quick question.
Yes.
According to the PDF I have, it says that a military carbine is 2d6 with a 30 magazine of 150 foot range, 8 pounds, 75% requisition.
So there's two sets of gear in here.
Okay.
One is for if you have the selector lever set to standard white box rules. If you want to go up to like Swords and Wizardry complete style rules,
Okay.
the weapons do different damages.
Okay. Oh, I needed to go back a few pages.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Thank you.
You got it. Jacob,
Yeah,
what are you rocking?
I'm a trooper.
So,
And I don't have a PDF, so I'm going to.
oh, that's okay. What the guys don't have yet is somebody who can rock a squad automatic weapon.
Oh, delightful!
Yeah, we need a machine gunner.
I love saws.
Do you want a saw or do you want a heavy?
I'll go with the saw. I've
Right.
only got a 12 strength, so I'm not sure I can rock a heavy.
Well, as a young kid, I only had a 12 strength, and they handed me an M60 machine gun. They were like, "Good luck, bro." So light machine gun, it's 1d6 plus 1 for the damage, but that's per shot. We can specify if you really want to. They don't get that granny, JR, unless we start using differing rules. So you got 1d6 plus 1. It comes in either a drum or a belt.
Oh God!
Yes.
Wow!
Oh my
I just
God, that's
flew back to
awesome.
my,
Oh, that's
childhood.
fantastic.
That's awesome. All right, so you have your light machine gun. You also have a pistol. I assume you're going with heavy.
Yes.
All right, and then yep. So that fleshes you out for guns at least. Do you want grenades as well?
Yes, please.
Fragmentation most likely. So
Absolutely.
that's we'll get you 2 frag grenades.
Yeah,
What are the parrot's stats?
I think the parrot is a familiar in this game.
He wasn't, but he will be.
Yeah.
See, well, that's why we need the animal handler class.
People have been bugging me for it actually. Since the Galaxy's Edge book Remains came out, some of the guys are backing the Kickstarter. They're like, when are we going to see somebody handling bubbles?
I've been saying that for almost a year. Saying,
You need like an
Dog
MP
handlers.
class that has a dog.
Oh my God. I suggested an MP class. Everybody yelled at me.
What?
Screw those guys.
Man.
But yeah, so aid,
Yes.
combat engineer. So you have a military light rifle, so a carbine.
Yep.
1d6 in the damage, and then you have a pistol.
Yep.
1d6 minus 1.
Okay.
Um,
Good stuff.
Seeing as you're the destructo expert
Yes.
on the crew, do you want an attached grenade launcher for that rifle?
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So that'll give you the ability to launch 40 millimeter grenades.
Okay.
Just mind the radius.
Okay. And how much damage do they normally do?
5d6.
5d6. Good stuff. Okie doke.
All right. 5d6 up to 30 feet,
30 feet.
and then it backs off as you go
Yeah,
by.
gotcha. As you sat down. Okay, cool.
Sparky, you obviously have the sniper rifle again.
Yep. I got the sniper rifle, heavy pistol, medium plate. I think I'm good on gear.
All right. So let's start with Sparky. What's your guy, and whoa? Give me some background. Do we have a name on this cat yet?
Yes, Jack Howden. He is a had a background as an engineer, but he got bored being a stereotypical engineer that annoyed everybody and made questionable design decisions. So he decided to go into the army and shoot things for a living instead of designing things for a living.
Right on. Jason, we got a name
I
on
went-
this Joker?
Yeah, Jaden Castle.
He does sound like a liaison.
Yeah. Background doctor, pilot, state liaison. His current languages I have is English and Japanese, so I don't know what else I add there, but he's rocking a 16 intelligence.
Nice. Jacob, we got name and background?
My character's name is Princeton Ewing.
Yes.
And he's an academic politician.
Nice. Aid.
Okay, my character's name is Alec Wilson, and because I have been watching lots of Sergeant Bilko recently, he wants to make as much money and profit as he can from any opportunities that come up in the near future. So his piloting jobs was smuggling stuff behind the lines previously, and that's something he might try and take up this time as well.
Nice. That's a running theme actually in the books. A lot of the guys are like, technically, I'm not in the military anymore. I could go milk this place for whatever it's worth. Alice, name and background?
I'm going to be named Josie Johnson, and so everyone will call me JJ. I was a paramedic that ended up basically working with a humanitarian aid organization. We were bombed and attacked, and I decided, hey, I need to do more to make a change, and so I joined up.
Nice. Mike, our former Coast Guard have a name?
Shipwreck. Was that not clear?
That's perfect.
That's something I need to ask. Is there going to be a chart that has some random weird event that happens that everyone makes fun of you, which is what they give you your call sign name in this book?
There wasn't, but there will be now that you said it. Because in the military, you don't give yourself your own nickname.
Oh, no.
Yep.
You don't.
Hey,
That happens. Yeah, Sparky.
You need to do a random roll table, like a percentile that has all kinds of unflattering nicknames and descriptions of what they are, and you roll on that table.
Yep.
Absolutely. Why do they call you Stinky, buddy? You don't want to know. It's a long story.
It is a tradition where if someone asks you how you got your call sign, you have to tell them the story. You cannot say you don't want to know. You have to tell them.
Yep.
Yeah. So Shipwreck is actually Neil Ross, and so that's what I got so far.
Let me guess. He crashed the Zodiac while trying to board a drug dealer boat.
Sounds good. Sure. We can go with that. That's probably the least embarrassing story I could think of. So let's go with that. Yeah.
He always forgets to weigh anchor before getting into port.
He ripped off the motor.
Wrecks every ship he's on.
Oh my God. It's a ribby. It's made of bullet resistant material. How did you rip it in half? Sorry. So we got all the characters established, set, blah, blah, blah. Did you guys want to run through 15 minutes of play, or did you want to do a more robust session next week?
My wife is informing me that the Great Dane is getting very vocal about her need for a walk.
So come back next week and pull some triggers?
That would be my vote, is we kill things next week. So.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for allowing us to come out and show this.
Yeah, that was fun. Let me play the outro music. I forgot to play at the intro.
And this is the point where Jacob reminds you of all the things you're supposed to be showing.
God damn it, that's right.
Please, if you enjoy content like this, support the BAMF Podcast Patreon. We also have a wonderful number of teas and merchandise you can find on various websites.
And you can buy us a coffee if you don't want to go for the whole Patreon thing. Ko-fi, space. That is a complicated URL for being so short. Never. We're out there. You can find us. Send us good thoughts and positive vibes, gentle listeners. Appreciate you checking out our show for Character Gen on the Forgotten Ruin. RPG. You can still find that on Kickstarter for another couple weeks, right, Walt?
Yep, 15 days.
And they are smashing through.
We're heading for Sergeant Thor's gear locker. Wilbur Aloysius Kuchenmeyer.
Yeah.
That's whack.
But yeah, Sergeant Thor's gear locker is the next stretch goal up, and that will be like fully illustrated. We have it written, so it's already done, but it's like all the different rifles, trucks, aircraft, magical items.
Okay, so they're just gonna be the big gun book.
Yeah,
I need to go take a loan out on my house to fund this, just in case.
everybody is saying they want that 50,000 stretch goal just because they want to see Nick Cole take a summer off and write the definitive guide to Forgotten Ruin, like a big, huge table source book.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
They have been smashing through those stretch goals like a toddler in a paper factory. God damn it, that's terrible. This is why Nick is a writer and I'm not. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll be here next week where we actually will kill things with Shipwreck and his friends. Sorry, it's not Shipwreck and Friends RPG. It's a Forgotten Ruin RPG, and this team of specialists will be killing orcs and goblins and maybe even a Hydra next time on the BAMF podcast. Thanks, folks.
Hell
One
yeah.
shot, one kill.
Yes.